An 11-year-old boy reportedly called his mother in distress after he was shot by his very own father. The mother of 11-year-old Jeremiah Huff was the first person to call 911, and that was after her son was killed. She knew he had been shot, although she wasn't in the same house as he was. That's because Jeremiah called her just a few minutes before he died, and as I said, he was in distress when he talked to her. From what I gather, he called his mom after he had been shot and his father was still in the home with a gun. This was in Onondaga County, New York. Hope I pronounced that county correctly. At around 9:35 p.m. on Monday night, March 17th, Jeremiah's mom called 911. She reported that her son had possibly been shot. Then shortly after she called 911, the little boy's grandfather called 911 as well. That was to report that his son, David Huff, who is pictured here on the left, the man, was in his house trying to shoot and kill him. So in other words, David, the suspect, was trying to kill his father, which was Jeremiah's grandfather, if that makes sense. Police were eventually dispatched to the home where they found Jeremiah, the little boy, and David's 32-year-old girlfriend, Geraldith Schutte, deceased in the home. So David, the suspect, has shot his own son, Jeremiah, and his girlfriend. David's girlfriend, that is. Reportedly, David's dad, Charles O'Donnell, owns the home where the shooting took place. He too was shot at, but luckily not injured. Police said that's because David, the suspect, ran out of bullets. He reportedly used a shotgun in the shooting. Now, I also read that this man was his stepdad, so I'm not sure if it was his stepdad or his biological dad. I read that David did indeed hold up the gun, point it at his dad, and he pulled the trigger, but luckily it did not discharge. 43-year-old David was eventually taken into custody for the shooting at around 9:30 a.m. on Tuesday morning. He was found not far from the home, the scene, and that was after an all-night manhunt. He was eventually charged with first-degree murder, second-degree murder, and fourth-degree criminal possession of a weapon. He was arraigned this morning. He was luckily ordered to be held without bail. He will return to court on Friday morning, March 21st. It was said that Jeremiah, the little boy, was a student at Gillette Road Middle School. He was in the 6th grade. His teachers reportedly said he was a friend to all and he was passionate about both skiing and skateboarding. Now, reportedly, David and Geraldith had been in a relationship for about a year, a little under a year. Not a whole lot is known about her. It was said, though, that she worked as a patient care technician for Rochester Regional Health, and she attended Bryant and Stratton College. This is crazy because reportedly David, the suspect, does not have an extensive criminal history. He's got a few charges from several years ago that were minor, but none were related to domestic violence like this. A motive is not exactly clear at this time. Anyone with more information about this double homicide is asked to call police at 315-442-5222. This is so tragic. I just don't understand why this happened. I don't know if it was a mental health issue or not, but my heart and prayers are with all of the victims' loved ones. For more true crime, be sure to follow, and if you're on YouTube, make sure to subscribe.